there, this is Georgia Thursting. I'll be on the Lukas Laat show on OnAir Radio this Monday, 8 till 10 p.m.
Lucas Degens, Lukas Laat, dat is waar jij naar luistert vandaag op OnAirRadio.nl. This is Dutch, but I'm gonna switch to English now because I'm here with Georgia Thursting. Georgia, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Very hot.
Very hot, very hot. You're in Gibraltar. That's where we are at the moment, at the Gibraltar Music Festival. Great place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so lovely, very picturesque and very warm as well, and very busy.
Moving here?
Yeah, well, I used to live here. Okay. So this is nice to come home and play my new music to everybody.
That's good, yeah. For the people who don't know you, can you quickly introduce yourself?
My name's Georgia Thursting. I'm a singer-songwriter, and my style can be described as jazz soul. And I'm currently living in England and recording and performing my music.
Good, that's good. So you performed at the Gibraltar Music Festival, where we are now, as said. How was your performance? How did it go?
It was so much fun. Like, I expected to be really scared out there, but it was just really fun, and everyone in the crowd was just like joining in. They were clapping. It was just really exciting and very energetic.
You presented your new single, Midnight Games.
Yeah.
Big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, massive. I mean, I've been writing for about 3 years and performing as well, but I've never released anything. So it's my first ever release, and to be able to release it here at the festival is just great.
In your hometown?
Yeah, exactly. So that makes it even better.
So you've conquered Leeds, you've conquered London, now you've conquered Gibraltar as well. What's next? Europe, the world? Where are we going?
I want to get everyone to hear my music, but I recently realised that I have a small fan base in Brazil and in France, so that's quite exciting. So yeah, I just want everybody that can to hear the music, and I just want to share it with everybody.
The single will be on your debut EP. Can you tell us a little bit about that EP?
Yeah, the EP has 5 tracks on it. It's a little bit of a mix of, there's some kind of electronic, darker stuff in there, but then there's also the upbeat, groovy soul and jazz. The EP is currently still in recording, so that's why I've released my single. But the EP should be out by next summer, so I'm excited to get everything out there. But right now you can enjoy the 3 tracks on the CD. So.
And they're on iTunes as well?
Well, they're not on iTunes right now, but they will be within the next month. But they're currently on Bandcamp. So you can purchase the 3 singles on Bandcamp, and you can listen to them on my SoundCloud.
Okay. Compared to performing in London, Leeds, how was Gibraltar?
It's the biggest stage that we've ever played together as a band. So it was very exciting. I mean, it feels like, it's starting to become a reality, like being able to do this and do my own music. So compared to Leeds, it was just completely different, because I always play either small clubs or, smaller venues, or I support people. But today, to be on a bill with all these massive singers is just overwhelming. You
brought quite a big band with you today. Do you regularly travel with them, or was this the first time of you all playing together as well?
Well, it was our second gig together. I've been playing with the drummer and the bassist for 3 years, but the rest of the band I put together, and because we've been recording, we haven't been doing a lot of performances. But today, this was our kind of first big scale performance together, so I hope to continue and be able to tour with them and everything else.
You want to tour with them? That's great. Do you prefer touring over being in the studio and recording?
Definitely. I do struggle in the studio because I've always performed live, and then when you have to go in the studio, you have no audience, so it's hard to kind of get energetic and excited. So I definitely prefer performing live. So yeah, I'd recommend that if anyone hears of me doing any gigs, come along, because you'll get the full experience.
Are you better live than on recording, would you say?
I wouldn't say better, but I'd say being able to see me move around and interact as well as singing, I think it's the better package, but I definitely am good on the CD as well. Okay,
you interact a lot, indeed, with the audience. Is that something that comes natural, or did you have to learn that skill?
Well, it's something that over the years, I've been singing live since I was 11, so it's something I've started to realise is really important, and I think you just have to be yourself, because if you come across, a bit shy, or you come across a bit not very nice or something, and you don't talk to them, sometimes I think people receive differently. So I think it's definitely something I've learnt gradually, and I'm quite an outgoing person anyway. So
it's with the music style as well. I mean, for example, Sting hardly ever converses with the audience, performs great, sells a lot, but I think, for me personally, interaction is key.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, it does work for some other styles where you're mysterious and you're a bit more emotional. But for my music, I want to get everybody feeling good and dancing. So I definitely think it's important.
Well, talking about emotional, for a 19-year-old singer, you sing about quite adult stuff, don't you?
Yeah, well, I'm 21 now, but
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no,
Yeah.
that's okay, don't worry. But yeah, I mean, I've always kind of, it's not necessarily experiences I've had, but I have a lot of friends in the family that have been through things, and I hear their stories, and it makes me think, I'm inspired by that, and I'll try to write something. So a lot of them I like to tell a tale and tell a story, so it kind of comes from other people as well.
And you want to keep it close. You want to keep writing songs and making songs about what you do, what you or people you know have been through, not so much make a fairy tale, basically.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's important to be realistic and to kind of, tell stories that people can relate to, because it's all stuff that we go through, relationships, but there's so many different sides to being with somebody.
After the EP, will there be an album? Of course there will be an album, but when can we... Do you have any idea about the album?
I have absolutely no idea, because at the moment, I mean, I've got my EP still to finish, but then I am constantly writing, so I can't give you a date, but I can say that next summer you'll have the EP and you'll be able to enjoy those 5 tracks.
And the world tour as well?
Yeah, world tour, that'll be next summer. No, I'm kidding. If it comes around, then obviously I'm going to do it, but it's hard work, you've got to build your way up, so one step at a time.
Obviously, you're on Dutch radio now. Will you come to Holland?
I will, I've never been before, so I definitely will come over.
Not at all, not even for a visit?
No, I've never been, so you'll have to recommend some places to me.
You've got my contact, let me know and I'll show you around. Quite a big stage in Holland, for example, is Paradiso or a stadium. Would you opt for the bigger venues, or would a small venue in Holland be satisfying enough?
I think smaller, definitely, because the big one is all good, but if I can fill a small space, it feels a lot more personal, and I think I can, meet everybody, and it doesn't feel so over the top,
Yeah. So you would say you prefer to do a small setting, like a room kind of setting, instead of a festival like this as well?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say, I would say that they're all great, but you can get different types of festivals too, like small and big, but I like to be able to see faces. I don't want lights on me so that I can't see anyone, because then I'll struggle,
Okay, if there's one place, any place you can pick to perform, what would your preference be?
It would be
Say Holland.
Holland. To be honest, like one of my main goals and things that I want to do is perform on Jules Holland, which is a BBC show, Later Live with Jules Holland, and like all my favourite singers I discovered from that show, and I want to be able to be in that position where people can find me there, like Leanne Lahavas, Jessie J. I've seen them all there for the first time, and they get a great array of like performers coming in, so I want to be on there because I think it'd be an amazing launch pad.
It's in the name, innit? Holland.
Yeah. True.
What's your biggest idol? Do you have any idols? Do you have any artists you look up to? People you learn from, maybe even?
I have artists that I learn from. I mean, necessarily not my favourite artists, but the people that I've learnt things from, like Jessie J. Watching her perform, I've learnt how to work the stage, how to move around, and I think her voice is incredible. But then somebody that had got me into music would be Amy Winehouse and Laura Marling. They're completely different. But I decided to learn the guitar through them. I learned their songs, and then I started to find myself through covering their songs. So I think you learn a lot from loads of different people that you see.
If you can support someone, any artist in the world at all, which free show would you want to do?
I'd like to support Prince. That would be amazing.
Prince?
Because I know, like that's a very big dream to have. But a lot of my favourite singers, like Leanne Lahavas, she hosted one of his shows in her front room. And there's people like a lot of upcoming kind of English singer-songwriters. He's kind of latching on to everyone, and I think he's amazing, isn't he? So it'd definitely be a show to be a part of.
He is amazing, but he is getting a little bit older, so we might have to hurry up then, don't we?
No, he's still amazing. He played in Leeds this year, and he was still wearing his heels, he was wearing his big boots, and he was jumping around, so yeah.
So that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Free show of Prince, a world tour, debut EP, an album, and conquer the world.
Definitely.
Good. Thank you very much for the interview, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
And let's try and meet again in the future.
Definitely. Thank you.
Dit is Lukas Laat.